Welcome to Lesson 2 in our borrowing unit. This lesson is all about credit costs. So even if you don't need to borrow money today, you're soon going to be flooded with tempting offers for car loans, credit cards, cash advance loans, cell phone services, and so many more different things. So if we can boost your borrowing IQ now, or if you know more about how to borrow wisely now, it's going to prepare you to make smarter decisions whenever you decide that you need to actually get a credit card. So this lesson is going to help you calculate the cost of borrowing options, because anytime you borrow money, you do have to pay it back, and oftentimes you have to pay back extra from what you borrowed in the first place. The three things that you're going to be doing today are examining the cost of credit. So in this lesson, you will be able to give examples about how credit is used. You'll be able to identify typical costs and the terms of credit, and you'll be able to calculate the cost of using credit. And you'll learn what you've used to consider different borrowing options for a specific situation. So whenever you decide that you are going to get a credit or use credit, there's always many different options. So we have to discuss what is better. What's the best option? That's what we're going to be looking at first. So I want you to grab your student booklet, open up to page 12. Page 12 is at the top, it's labeled the lifetime laptop. Jesse did the math on a laptop deal and realized that the bargain that they were offering really wasn't a bargain. So I want you to read through this page 12 and see if you can't spot a bargain from several different options. So pause this, read page 12, and we'll get back together in just a second. So you've read about the lifetime laptop, and if you couldn't really spot the deal, let me explain it to you. So this laptop is on sale for $500. And Jesse, if he wants to buy this laptop for $500, the ad says that he can pay $10 a month for this laptop. So the fine print for this sale, though, says that there is a huge interest rate. It's 18% interest rate. So Jesse did some math, and he realized that if he just paid $10 a month for this laptop, it would take him 7 years to pay off the laptop. If you know anything about computers, they really don't last past 4 years. So if you have a laptop that's more than 4 years old, it's kind of already past its life expectancy. Well, Jesse would be paying for this laptop for 7 years if he only paid $10 a month. And during that time, there'd be interest accruing every time that he made a payment. If he didn't pay it all off during that month, more money has to go towards paying it the next month. So he found out that he'd have to pay $431 in interest charges. So the base price of the laptop was $500, but with interest, he's paying $431. So his discounted laptop actually ends up costing $931. That's way more than the regular price of the laptop. It's really only worth $650, but he'd be paying $931, and he's paying for that much longer than the life of the laptop. So Jesse was able to figure out if his laptop wasn't a bargain. Now it's going to be your job to pick an option and see if you can find the better price. So you're just going to choose one of these. We already kind of talked about a computer. So a stereo system, should you pay 13.5 or 18% interest? For a car, should you buy the lower price at a higher interest rate? A TV, do you delay payments for 90 days? Or a truck, do you pay $1,500 or get no cash back? So look in your notebook. You have a page that looks like this. It says pick an option at the top, and your job is to figure out what's the better option. I'm going to purchase a computer with you. So if we were to get store financing, they want you to do 24 monthly payments at 11.9% APR. Or if you used your credit card, you could do 36 monthly payments at 15.9 APR. And APR, that's your interest rate. So if I wanted to figure out the monthly payment, how much I would be paying for this computer each month, I would take $1,400 $1,400 and divide it by the number of monthly payments. So for store financing, I would divide by 24. And I find $1,400 divided by 24 gives me $58.33 that I would have to pay monthly. Then my total interest, I can take the purchase price and multiply that by 11.9%. So in my calculator, I would do $1,400, and I would multiply that by, this is a decimal. So this percentage, I would have to move the decimal place over 2 spaces. So in my calculator, I would do 0.119. That's 11.9% changed into a decimal, 0.119. So I use multiplication, multiply 1,400, the purchase price, by 0.119, and I get that my interest is going to be $166.60. So to figure out my total cost, I would be taking my purchase price, $1,400, and adding that total interest, $1,400 times, or plus 166, $1,400 plus 166. And that would give me a total cost of $1,566.60. So again, to figure this out, the monthly payments, I used division. I did $1,400, the purchase price, divided by the number of monthly payments. And my total interest, to find that, I multiplied my purchase price, $1,400, by 0.119. Then I took my total interest and my purchase price and added them together for the total cost. So again, let's do that if I was to choose purchasing a computer using a credit card. Well, this would be $1,400 times, or divided by 36 payments. So $1,400 divided by 36 is $38.88. The total interest, I would take $1,400 and multiply that by 0.159, and I get that that is $222.60. And when I add the total interest and the purchase price, it's $1,400 plus $222.60, I get that I would actually be paying $1,622.60. So the total cost, it's cheaper to use store financing than it would be to be using the credit card. I want you to use that same process to figure out what is the better option for these other 4 items: purchasing a stereo system, purchasing a car, a big screen TV, and purchasing a truck. So go ahead, pause this video, and see if you can figure those out. I've gone through the first 2, the stereo system and car, and I found that the store financing and car A were the better options. So that is all that we're going to do today, is for you to finish the rest of these, and we will go over how the math is involved in the next lesson. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.